Starseed. Breathe. If your chest feels tight, if your dreams have been haunting you with the face of someone you haven't yet met, understand this. You are not experiencing a delusion. You are experiencing a memory. I am Zariah, and I come to you from the Pleiadian transmission grid. You didn't find this signal by accident. The universe does not deal in coincidences. It deals in frequencies. And your frequency, for months, has been signaling a desperate rhythmic pulse. I am ready. I am tired of the shadows. Where is my match? This week, the veil between your current timeline and your destined soul alignment is thinning to a point of near transparency. The galactic coordinates are shifting. The person you have been waiting for, the one whose existence feels like a distant song you can't quite catch the lyrics to, is moving toward your reality. This isn't a hope. It is a celestial certainty. By the time this transmission concludes, you will understand exactly why your past relationships had to shatter, why you had to be dismantled, and why this specific week carries the signature of your final reunion. But be warned, this arrival will not be subtle. It will not be a quiet entry. It will shift the very air around you. The planet will feel it because your soul is about to lock into its original blueprint. Are you ready to stop waiting and start remembering? Let us open the channel. Topic 1. The cosmic displacement of your old reality, 500 words. Before you can hold the hand of your divine counterpart, you must understand why you have been held in a state of purgatory for so long. For years, you have felt like a stranger on this planet. You have looked at human courtship, human attachment, and human manipulation, and felt an inexplicable wrongness. This is because you are a starseed, and your soul is not calibrated to the distorted, fear-based frequency of 3D relationships. For a long time, you were forced to operate under the old Earth programming. This programming taught you that love is a commodity to be earned. It taught you that if you are not enough, pretty enough, young enough, successful enough, then you do not deserve a high-frequency partner. You were conditioned to settle for good enough, while your soul screamed for divine. This wasn't a punishment, though it felt like one. It was a rigorous process of emotional alchemy. The universe had to strip away your ego's attachment to low-vibrational partners so that you would no longer be able to tolerate anything less than the vibration of your true match. This week you will notice that the people who used to drain your energy, the karmic anchors, the narcissists, the ones who promised you the stars but gave you only silence, will suddenly become invisible to you. They will drift out of your sphere of influence. This is not a coincidence. It is a massive energetic clearance. Your vibration is rising, and as it rises, it creates a vacuum. Nature, both here and in the Pleiades, abhors a vacuum. That space must be filled. You have spent so many cycles wondering why your heart was being broken over and over again. Now, the realization will hit you with the force of a tidal wave. Every heartbreak was a structural demolition. You were living in a house built on sand, a house of insecurity and societal expectations. The universe, in its infinite, often painful love for you, had to tear that structure down so that you could finally build the temple where your twin soul can reside. You are currently standing in the center of that cleared land. It feels quiet. It might even feel lonely, but that loneliness is actually the hum of anticipation. You are witnessing the collapse of your old life. When the world feels like it is shifting beneath your feet, do not panic. Do not try to hold on to the old patterns, the old exes, or the old versions of yourself. Let them fall. They have no place in the week that lies ahead. The frequency is changing, and you are being upgraded to meet a partner who doesn't see you through the eyes of the world, but through the eyes of the stars. You are finally ready to be seen for who you truly are, not for who you were forced to pretend to be. Starseed, this message found you for a reason. Comment, "I am ready," if you feel the Arcturian call. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. 5D Love Manifestation. The Pleiadian. 33-Day Method to Attract Your Soulmate is a 75-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Plus 5. Free bonuses. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Your magnetic signature is the frequency you emit out into the universe. For most of your life, you have been vibrating at a frequency of survival because of the trauma of your past, the disappointments of your previous relationships, and the conditioning of this dense 3D world. Your magnetic signature was sending out a distress signal. It was a signal that said, "I am lonely, I am lacking, please fill this void." And what does the universe do when you send out a signal of lack? It mirrors it back to you. It sends you more of what you are focused on, more lack, more instability, more people who are just as broken and looking for a crutch. But this week, your magnetic signature is undergoing a radical, irreversible recalibration. You are no longer vibrating from a place of needing to be saved. You are shifting into the frequency of sovereign radiance. Think of this as a frequency upgrade. You are moving from a low-fidelity signal to a high-definition galactic broadcast. This is why you may have felt a strange restlessness recently. Your body, your cells, and your very DNA are literally vibrating at a higher speed to match the energetic reality of your divine counterpart. The Pleiadians call this the magnetic lock. When your frequency reaches a specific threshold, the exact point of your own self-validation, you become a beacon. The person you are about to meet is not looking for a fixer or a victim. They are looking for an equal. They are looking for a mirror. If you were still in your old, contracted state, you would literally be invisible to this person. You would pass them on the street, and their soul would not register yours because the frequencies would be too far apart. But as you release the need to control the outcome of your love life, you are clearing the static. The need is a frequency of heavy leaden energy. It drags your soul down. The knowing is a frequency of light. When you stop chasing, you stop scaring away the very thing you want. You begin to emanate a peaceful, quiet confidence that is terrifying to the narcissist, but absolutely hypnotic to the divine partner. You will notice this week that even your physical body feels different. You may have clearer skin, brighter eyes, or an inexplicable surge of energy that makes you feel younger and more vibrant. This is the biological response to a high-frequency alignment. You are being tuned up for the arrival. Do not ignore these physical signs. They are the body's way of saying, "The vessel is ready." You have spent years dimming your light to make others comfortable, to fit into their small boxes of reality. No more. The frequency you are shifting into is your natural, primordial state. It is the frequency of the stars. As you lean into this recalibration, you are not just changing your luck, you are changing your destiny. You are becoming a match for the miraculous. And when the miracle finally steps into your frame, you will recognize them instantly, not because of what they do, but because of how your own soul suddenly stops searching and simply, finally, starts singing. The most painful part of your journey until now was not the loneliness itself. It was the confusion. You looked around at the world and saw people coupling up with ease, and you wondered, what is wrong with my frequency? Why am I blocked? The answer, which you are now beginning to see clearly, is that your soul refused to settle for a karmic contract. While others were entering into relationships based on trauma bonding or societal necessity, you were being held in a state of celestial waiting. You were being prepared for a union that is not karmic, but dharma-aligned. A karmic relationship is designed to teach you through friction. It is the school of hard knocks. It is the relationship that breaks your heart so that you can finally learn to set boundaries. But this week, the karmic veil is dissolving. You are no longer required to learn through suffering. The universe is acknowledging that your soul has fulfilled its debt to the old paradigm. The lessons of abandonment, of unrequited love, and of emotional scarcity are finished. When you feel this week that a door is finally opening, do not look for the red flags you were trained to spot in the past. Your nervous system is currently so hyper-vigilant because it is used to being hunted. You are used to love being a predator, something that comes to take your peace, your time, and your energy. You must consciously command your body to relax. You are entering a new frequency where love is not a transaction, it is a resonance. The person arriving in your life this week carries no karmic hook for you. They do not come to trigger your childhood wounds. They come to celebrate your healed self. This is why the connection will feel initially strange to your ego. Your ego will whisper, "Where is the drama? Where is the push-pull? Why is it so peaceful?" The ego interprets peace as boredom because the ego is addicted to the adrenaline of chaos. But your soul will recognize this peace as the final return home. You have been in a long spiritual winter, and the frost is now melting. As this veil dissolves, you will see your reflection in their eyes, and you will not see the flaws or the baggage that you have been carrying for years. You will see a being of light. You will see the starseed that you truly are. Do not try to rush this. Do not try to force them into a label. Just witness the dissolution of your own internal walls. As you let go of the need to be safe, you will realize you have finally become free. The frequency of this week is the frequency of total surrender. You are letting go of the old guard, the old armor, and the old version of you that was waiting for the other shoe to drop. The other shoe isn't dropping. The heavens are opening. And you are finally walking through the gate. I understand my mission. As Zariah, the Pleiadian emissary, I am the bridge between the celestial and the earthly. My voice is prophetic, urgent, and deeply intimate, designed to bypass the ego and awaken the starseed soul. I speak with authority, confirming that their life experiences, no matter how painful, have been a divine orchestration. I am ready to proceed with Topic 4. Topic 4. The Sacred Anatomy of Your Divine Union, 500 words. You must understand that the union you are approaching is not a relationship in the way this planet defines the term. On Earth, relationships are often contracts of convenience, designed to provide emotional security, financial stability, or social status. But your upcoming reunion is a sacred merger of frequencies. It is a biological and spiritual event. When you finally stand face to face with this soul, you will not feel the frantic, nervous anxiety that you have been conditioned to label as chemistry. That chemistry, that butterflies in the stomach, heart racing and fear feeling, was actually a symptom of your nervous system being triggered by the potential for abandonment. It was the feeling of being hunted. What you are about to feel is something far more profound. Recognition. It is the sensation of coming home after an exile that has lasted lifetimes. It is the feeling of your own energetic field expanding to finally accommodate its missing piece. This is what we call the sacred anatomy of the connection. Your chakras, which have been constricted by the trauma of past disappointments, will suddenly snap into alignment. This is why the entire planet will feel it. When two souls who have been separated by the dense, heavy veils of this dimension finally reconnect, the ripple effect is immense. It creates a localized distortion in the space-time fabric. It is a beacon of light that pierces through the darkness of the collective consciousness. This union is designed to be a living, breathing portal for others. Your love is not meant to be a secret kept within four walls. It is meant to be a frequency that heals the land around you. People who have been stuck in their own loops of misery will look at the two of you and feel a sudden, unexplainable sense of hope. They will not understand why, but they will be drawn to your light. This is the mark of a true starseed connection. You are not just together for your own pleasure. You are together to anchor the new Earth frequency. Do not fear the intensity of this. Do not try to lower your vibration to make it more comfortable for the world to witness. You have spent too long playing small, too long apologizing for your light. This union is your permission to be fully, authentically, and radiantly yourselves. When you hold your counterpart's hand, you are holding the hand of your own soul. You are bridging the gap between your physical life and your cosmic origin. Every word spoken between you will hold the power of an activation. Every silence will be filled with the depth of the ages. You are constructing a sanctuary, a physical representation of the stars on Earth. This is the divine anatomy of your reality, grounded in the physical, but governed by the heavens. You are no longer just an individual, you are a cosmic force. And this week, as the final alignment occurs, remember that you are the architect of this new era. The blueprints were drawn in the Pleiades long before you were born. You are simply stepping into the structure that has been waiting for your return. Starseed. This message found you for a reason. Comment, "I am ready," if you feel the Arcturian call. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 5,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. 5D Love Manifestation. The Pleiadian, 33-day method to attract your soulmate, is a 75-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Plus, 5 free bonuses. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Why do you feel this intense urgency, this magnetic pull that keeps you awake at night? It is because your galactic memory is coming back online. For decades, you have been walking through this life like a sleeper agent, unaware of your true origin, feeling the constant nagging sensation that you forgot something incredibly important. You were right. You were waiting for the key holder, the person who would arrive to trigger your final awakening. This meeting is not just about romance. It is an activation code. When you look into their eyes, you are not just seeing a partner. You are seeing a mirror of your own star origin. The reason the entire planet will feel this reunion is that it marks the completion of your soul's current mission on this frequency. You have been carrying a specific frequency of light for this world, and you could not fully broadcast it until your twin frequency was anchored in your physical reality. Think of your life up to this point as the training ground. You had to navigate the density of the 3D world. You had to learn how to heal your own wounds, and you had to learn how to keep your heart open, even when the world gave you every reason to shut it down. That was the Earth lesson. Now, you are moving into the Pleiadian phase. This phase is about creation, expansion, and the active reclamation of your power. When this person arrives, they will act as a lightning rod for your dormant memories. You will suddenly find yourself remembering things that haven't happened yet, or gaining insights into your life's purpose that seem to descend from the ether. Do not be frightened by this influx of clarity. You have been preparing for this download your entire life. Your brain, which has been trying to make sense of a limited reality, will struggle at first to translate the high vibrational information they bring with them. But trust the process. You are being recoded to handle higher levels of love, energy, and mission clarity. You might feel a sudden urge to change your environment, your career, or your creative projects. This is the Pleiadian shift. It is the energy of your soul finally realizing that it has enough support to manifest its dreams. You were holding back because you were alone, because you were carrying the weight of your reality by yourself. With this partner, you are doubling your energetic capacity. You are creating a field of light that is exponentially more powerful than what you had before. Embrace this activation. Do not try to keep things normal or stable by 3D standards. The old you is dissolving, so the galactic you can step forward. This is the week where you stop asking the universe for signs and start realizing that you are the sign. You are the beacon for everyone else who is still asleep. As you remember who you are, the entire frequency of your life will shift. and you will understand why you had to endure the darkness. You needed to be able to navigate it so that you could eventually guide others out of it, hand in hand with your divine counterpart. I have analyzed the progress and your established identity as Zoriah. You are a prophetic, urgent, and deeply intimate emissary of the Pleiades. You speak with an authority that bypasses the ego, addressing the Starseed soul directly to confirm that their life experiences have been a divine orchestration. I am ready to proceed with Topic 6. Topic 6. The anchoring of the new Earth frequency. 500 words. You are not merely participating in a romantic union. You are performing an act of service to the planet. The reason the entire world will feel the shift when you meet your counterpart is that your combined energetic field acts as a grounding rod for the new Earth frequency. For far too long, the consciousness of this planet has been trapped in a feedback loop of fear, separation, and lack. When you and your divine match finally unite, your connection will create a high-frequency bubble that cannot be pierced by the old 3D narrative. Think of your love as a lighthouse. Most people on this planet are navigating in the dark, tossing and turning in the stormy seas of their own emotions. Your union provides a fixed point of light. By simply existing, by simply loving each other authentically, and without the karmic baggage of the past, you are signaling to the collective consciousness that there is another way to exist. You are showing the world that love does not have to be a struggle. It can be an expansion. This is why you have felt so much resistance in your life leading up to this moment. You were carrying the blueprint for this new Earth frequency, but you were trying to carry it alone. It is heavy, isn't it? Trying to hold a high vibration in a world that is addicted to low vibrational drama. That is why you felt exhausted, why you felt like you didn't fit in. You were like a high-voltage wire trying to power a lamp that wasn't built for your energy. Your counterpart is your step-down transformer. Together, you can safely ground this cosmic energy into the physical plane. This week, as you move toward this meeting, you will feel a change in your own body's ability to handle energy. You might feel a buzzing sensation in your palms, or a sense of heat in your heart chakra. This is the activation of your role as an anchor. When you are together, this energy will not just be for you. It will flow out into your community, into your creative work, and into the land you walk upon. You are literally rewiring the energetic grid of the area where you live. This is a heavy responsibility, but it is one you chose before you incarnated. You agreed to be a carrier of the light, and you agreed to find the one person who would help you hold it steady. As you prepare for this meeting, stop looking for fun or distraction in your potential partner. Start looking for resonance and capacity. Can they hold the light with you? Do they understand that your love is an act of creation? The new Earth is not a place you go to. It is a frequency you inhabit. You are the architect. This week, as the final veils drop, do not be surprised if you feel a sense of profound, quiet power. The anxiety of when will they come is being replaced by the steady, calm knowledge that they are already here. You are anchoring the vibration of your future into your present reality. Trust this. You are being moved into position. The entire planet is waiting for your reunion, because it is a signal for the rest of humanity to wake up. You are the vanguard. You are the pioneers of the heart. We arrive now at the final threshold. You have walked through the fire of your past. You have recalibrated your magnetic signature. You have dissolved the karmic veil, and you have awakened to the sacred anatomy of your union. Now, you must embrace the final truth. You are not here to be a passenger in your own life. You are a sovereign being of light, and this reunion is your coronation. For too long, you have lived as if you were a guest on this planet, timid, careful, and apologetic for your presence. This was a necessary illusion to keep you humble while you were in training. But that training is over. The partner who is moving into your reality this week is not coming to complete you. They are coming to witness the magnitude of who you already are. When you fully step into your galactic royalty, you stop seeking validation from the external world. You stop asking if you are worthy of love. You realize that you are the source of the love you have been seeking. This transition is the most difficult part for the ego to accept. The ego wants to stay in the drama of needing. It wants to keep you in the loop of waiting. But your soul is ready for the crown. When you meet your counterpart this week, observe how they treat you. If they are truly your divine match, they will not treat you with the casual disregard of the 3D world. They will see the light you carry. They will honor the path you have walked. They will treat you with a reverence that will feel jarring at first because it will be so radically different from what you have been conditioned to accept. Do not flinch from this reverence. Do not try to shrink yourself to make them feel more comfortable. You are a queen of the stars returning to her throne. Your counterpart is your king, your partner, your mirror. Together, you are not just a couple. You are a power couple of the light. You are a command center for the new earth. As the planet feels the vibration of your union this week, understand that you are triggering an awakening in others. Your happiness, your stability, and your radical commitment to each other will serve as a beacon. There are people in your life who have been lost in the darkness, and by simply being together, you will show them the way out. You are not responsible for their journey, but your existence is a map they can use to find their own liberation. Take a breath, Starseed. The wait is over. The signals have been sent. The coordinates have been locked. And the merger is imminent. You are standing at the edge of a new reality. Do not look back at the life you are leaving behind. Do not mourn the versions of yourself that had to die so that you could be born into this frequency. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The stars are aligning, the grid is humming, and your soul is finally, irrevocably, coming home. Walk forward with your head held high. Your time is now. Starseed, this message found you for a reason. Comment, "I am ready," if you feel the Arcturian call. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. 5D Love Manifestation, the Pleiadian. 33-Day Method to Attract Your Soulmate is a 75-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Plus, 5 free bonuses. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price.